Welcome. I'm Lisa Slankard with the League of Women Voters. The League of Women Voters is a volunteer, nonpartisan, grassroots political organization. In our over 100-year history, we have never endorsed or opposed a candidate. Our mission is to empower voters and defend democracy. Candidate interviews encourage informed and active participation in government and increase understanding of major public policy issues. The League of Women Voters of Cook County is composed of more than 1,600 members from 12 local leagues within Cook County. The League of Women Voters of Chicago is one of those local leagues. As described in the Illinois Voter Guide, the county circuit court clerk is responsible for maintaining court records, authenticating court orders and judgments, and administering oaths to witnesses and jurors. With me is Mariyana Spyropoulos, one of two candidates running in the March 19th Democratic primary to be the nominee for the Cook County Circuit Court Clerk. We have asked the candidate to give a 2-minute opening statement that should include their qualifications and experience, what they want to do during their term of office if elected, what do they want the voters to know about them. They will also be asked 3 questions and will have 1 minute to answer each question. They have received the questions in advance and a timer is being used. Candidate Spyropoulos, please begin your opening statement.
Well, thank you, Lisa and Catherine, and thank you to the League of Women Voters for providing this information to voters. I'm Mariyana Spyropoulos, really easy name. It rhymes with metropolis. I am currently a commissioner at the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, where I have served. I'm serving in my 3rd term right now. During my time at the Water Reclamation District, I have been the president for 2 terms, the chairman of finance, as well as a pension board trustee for over 10 years. Our agency has a balanced budget, a AAA bond rating, and I'll take a little bit of credit for that. But I also introduced the Inspector General policy at the agency, which we eventually passed. And that is what I want to bring to the clerk's office, as well as the fact that I've been an attorney for 25 years. I started my legal career as an assistant state's attorney, working in several departments. And then I opened my own law practice. And I was a hearing officer for the state of Illinois. So I have extensive legal experience that I'm bringing to my candidacy for clerk of the circuit court, as well as my government experience with a countywide agency with $1 billion budget, bringing those 2 experiences together. I'm the daughter of immigrants. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. My parents started a small business and I worked in that small business. I learned the value of hard work and sacrifice. So I bring that to my work as well. What I want to do at the agency is bring more transparency and ethics through an independent inspector general. I want to do a financial audit of the clerk's office because millions of dollars goes through the agency, and that has to be accounted for, and it's not being, and there are major issues and mismanagement currently in the office where you can see that in current news stories regarding the current administration. I want to bring ethics back to this office.
Thank you. Our first question is, what are the most pressing issues in this office and how do you plan on addressing them? You have 1 minute.
I would say the most pressing issues currently in this office are the lack of ethics and transparency, as well as competence. And I'll highlight a couple of stories that have been in the news lately. For example, the current administration wanted to put criminal records online. And when she did that, 5,000 identities of juveniles that were involved in those records were exposed to the public. And that is against the law. That is not something that the clerk's office should be doing. In addition, in May of 23, she was not taking felonies off of people's records when they were supposed to be taken off the records so people could start their lives. And when it was pointed out, she didn't take responsibility for that. So again, I want to bring my extensive knowledge of the legal system as a lawyer, as well as my government experience, and make this office work and be competent and ethical.
Thank you. Our second question How do you intend to gather and analyze data to identify areas for improvement within the criminal justice system?
Well, I'll give you an example of one of the things that we can do. So, for example, here in Cook County, we have one of the longest periods of time for continuances in felony trials, and that has an impact on people. Something that the clerk's office can do is have each of the clerks in the courtrooms gather the information as to why the continuances are taking place. Now, you're going to have continuances in a trial for various reasons, and many of those are valid reasons. However, if we can analyze that data in each of the courtrooms, provide that information to the chief judge so we can see where the bottlenecks are in the system and be able to address them. And the clerk's office can play a huge role in collecting that kind of information. And that would just be one point of data collection.
Thank you. And our final question, how do you plan to ensure transparency and accessibility in the operations of the clerk's office?
Well, so as I indicated, ethics and transparency is one of the pillars of my campaign. In addition to the fact that we want to make the technology work and be more accessible, and we want to bring the court system to communities. I'm going to be working with faith leaders, community groups, pro bono legal clinics to try to help people navigate the court system and to be able to file their paperwork. The legal system can be very intimidating for many people. And if we can give that guidance, oftentimes we can help them access justice by doing that. The Expungement Summit is something that people have been asking for. I want to bring that back. It's difficult for people to take a day off of work or find childcare to run downtown to be able to file their paperwork. I want to bring the court system to communities and provide an independent inspector general, not someone whose office is on another floor, but is completely independent from the clerk's office.
Thank you very much. And we appreciate you participating in this candidate interview.
Thank you.